Hey everyone, my name is Ford from NorCal Thrills, and today I'm bringing you an update from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom for June 3rd, 2023. This month brings us the new Viva La Fiesta event at the park, which comes with the usual mix of new food and entertainment. In addition, this visit also gives us multiple exciting new animal exhibits, including Cheetah Creek and Shark Experience. Of course, we'll finish off the update with some smaller changes from around the park. Let's get started. Let's begin with the newest event at Discovery Kingdom, Viva La Fiesta. As you might expect, the event celebrates Latin heritage with a mix of entertainment and delicious food. It takes place in the landing at the foot of the former Toyota Stadium, which is now known as the Festival Grounds, and will presumably only be open for special events going forward. The event features 4 food locations: Empanada Street, serving empanadas and more; Gaucho Grill, which serves tri-tip skewers and more; Casa de Sabor, serving beef with rice and more; and Fiesta Margarita, serving margaritas to go along with some other food choices. Interestingly, Fiesta Margarita is the former Meet Santa location, with some of the walls taken down. Not technically a part of the festival, but still related, is the food truck serving tacos and more that's out in front of the festival grounds. But food isn't the only draw of the event. It also brings us some new entertainment. First, there's a stand where kids can get their faces painted, do some crafts, or decorate cookies. And at the foot of the stadium, there's a stage setup where various acts, including dancing, singing, and games, take place throughout the day. I caught these very talented dancers doing traditional dances. And that wraps up our coverage of this event. It was a little smaller than some of the other events that the park puts on, but I still appreciate the park celebrating Latin heritage. Our other main topic this month is the new animal exhibits around Discovery Kingdom. Let's start off in the back of the park with Cheetah Creek. This exhibit was technically open last month for my last visit, but I arrived too late in the day to see it. It takes the place of the former Tiger exhibit and is largely the same enclosure layout with the exception of a lower water level. There were a couple of cheetahs in the exhibit when I walked by, although they stuck to the shade on what ended up being a sunny, fairly hot day. Continuing around at the former Cougar Rocks exhibit, we see that the exhibit has been taken over by a couple of very cute tortoises. This exhibit just got a new sign, so I was thinking the cougar would come back, but who knows, this might just be for the tortoises now. I'll keep my eye out. And finally, the biggest new opening this month is the newly remodeled Shark Experience. Let's start with the outside of the building. We get a brand new sign with a big shark inviting guests in. And when guests come up to the entrance, they see a newly painted mural with some rockwork setting the stage for what we'll experience inside. As we go inside, we see another mural leading us into this awesome new themed tunnel that draws us into the exhibit. Seriously, I love the ambience created here with the new lights and theming. Then we head into the normal aquarium tunnel before getting off the moving walkway to a newly redone hallway with refreshed lighting and graphics. Continuing along, the exit hallway similarly had its theming refreshed, with new graphics and lighting, and also has a new picture-taking spot. I love these sharks hanging down from the ceiling as you exit. Although this new attraction didn't bring a new expansion or any new animals, it was a much-needed one. The old aquarium was dark, dingy, and had seen better days. This refresh cleans it up and makes it a much more interesting and inviting place to see some amazing animals. Good on Discovery Kingdom for investing the money in upgrading their animal exhibits. And of course, we'll end this update like we usually do, with some smaller changes from around the park. Let me start off by saying that it's so good to see Flash open again. There's nothing that amps me up more than when I walk up to the gates and see the coaster running overhead. Over in DC Universe, the Penguin Flat Ride has been totally removed, paved over, and replaced with a new seating area and tent. It's not the most surprising considering that I haven't seen the ride run in a while, but it still wasn't something I was expecting to see this visit. Hopefully a more permanent structure can be built at some point to replace this temporary looking tent. Over in the food court, the shade covering was completely removed, giving much better views of the lake behind the park. The former Hammerhead ride location that had a sign last month promising a new beer garden this year had the sign removed and replaced with a sign for an activity zone. When I went by throughout the day, a DJ was playing, and the park was putting on a pie eating contest where guests could participate. This could be temporary, and the beer garden idea might be coming back to us, but regardless, I'm glad the park is adding some entertainment to this area. Whitewater Safari is open for the season again and is just what the park needed as the summer starts, especially with Monsoon Falls closed during my visit. Over in Tava's Jungle Land, the Treehouse Play Area was open for the first time I've seen it open since COVID. Glad to see this great area of the park open again. And finally, over in Oasis Plaza, the former Daredevil Dive Chaos Coaster site has had its walls removed and tables have been placed on the former ride spot. And that'll wrap up our update for the day. In this update, we covered the new Viva La Fiesta festival happening at the park, and a number of animal exhibits including Cheetah Creek and the newly remodeled Shark Experience. We also covered some smaller updates, including some changes at the former sites of rides. The park looks so much better today than it did a year or two ago, and I'm delighted that Six Flags is continuing to shore up the infrastructure and existing experiences in the park before they worry about giving us the new rides and coasters I hope to see in the coming years. And I'll be there to cover those changes when they happen. My next visit to the park will be later in the summer.